Sagittarius, what's going on? How are you? Let's do a read for you. And I'm going to use my Light Seers deck. And I'll probably use the Wild Unknown to clarify. So let's see what's going on with you. Messages specifically for Sagittarius, please. And clear messages, please. What is something that is top of mind right now for Sagittarius? What is top of mind? Top of mind for Sagittarius. Okay. Top of mind for Sagittarius. There's something here about really working with the elements that you have. You're very elusive. You're very elusive, but powerful. So there's this energy of like, for some reason, whatever you're doing here, focusing in on something that you want to create, I feel like you could be like in a trance of creation right now, or like really getting into the flow state of something where you're seeing the direct impact of the work of what you're doing come together. So you're definitely working on something that feels really good, that almost to the point where you're not focused on the impact it will have to others. You're focused on flow. You're focused on what you can bring to light. And it could be that there's this vision, like you're going into this womb state almost, and there's a vision that you're trying to bring to life. It could have to do with, like, as cheesy as this sounds, bear with me, but it could be like the mountains are calling or something like that. It's like you've locked in on something that you want, and you feel in charge of the ability to make it happen. What is this word that I'm looking for? It's like sovereignty. You feel like you can have a direct impact on creating something, on bringing the elements together. I think it's bringing you to life. It's something fun to follow. It's like a pursuit that you can watch and manipulate in a way. Like you see it and you know it, and you know how it works. So there's some play involved. And when I say manipulate, that's like you understand how it works. You understand how it works. And because of that, you have this grasp of the elements. You feel at home with the pursuit of bringing this big idea into form. So it's very beautiful. It could be that you're wanting to remake your life in some way, wanting to birth something new. It's welcoming the portal of this new creation. It's like you are that portal in some ways, in some way. Wow. Excuse me. Ten of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Yeah. It's like something moved away from you. Something flew on. Something like like you came to this place of just the complete ending. Desert land, where kind of looking around it all looks the same, and you may have been overthinking about what is my past, what is my future, what is my life going to be, and all of the fears that come up with that, all of the things that you've survived, and all of the things that you dreamed about, maybe all of a sudden were gone, and you were left standing at the beginning of an idea, at the starting place, which may have been it almost feels like solid ground, from like sand to solid ground. And it's again like looking, like putting yourself in nature, putting yourself, maybe even doing like movement practices, body practices that allowed you to gain some sort of stability at the beginning again, like a grounded new idea that you're putting into place. It's almost like you didn't let this stay for too long. You were able to allow the ending to happen, allow the thoughts to just be there, almost like observing, like, wow, well, here I am in this place unexpectedly. But it almost is like a familiar ground for which you are able to birth something new. Like, oh, okay, well, I've been to the end before, and it's me where the new life came from. It's like this self-trusting act through which you create. You may feel shy about this new beginning. You may feel vulnerable to be seen in this place. But you feel like you have this knowing. There's like this knowing that you have. Here's the back of the card. Eight of Wands in reverse. You don't want to talk about it too much. You're not shouting it from the rooftop right now. You're maybe even focused on the more practical aspect, maybe even beginning like a more practical job while you really work on building and flowing. If someone wanted to communicate with you or talk with you right now, it's just not gonna happen. You're not ready. What else is there? Talk to me about this Eight of Wands in reverse. These are not the glory days. These are not the let me rephrase that. These are not the celebratory days or the light and airy days where like, I'm doing fine, everything's great, look what I'm up to. You're not maybe even talking with friends about what you're up to right now. You're really in a season of rebirth. And in some ways it is the glory days. In some ways it's the days you'll look back on and remember when you came through this time. In fact, you may feel averse to communication. Ten of Swords is here. This is standing alone. Maybe even feeling forgotten. And then it's almost like as you're standing there looking out, something catches your eye and you want to chase it. You want to chase it and you want to feel what it's like to catch it. And you want to feel what it's like to have it. And you want to feel what it's like to do it, you know? But you don't want anybody talking about it. You don't want anybody looking at you. You want to stand. You just want to be. You don't want to talk about what you're doing. I had the Five of Wands come out. Eight of Wands, Five of Wands. You know, these wand energy, you know, we're getting into Sagittarius energy, right? Fire energy, which it can be very ambitious. It can be very celebratory. It's the heart leading the passion forward. But right now you're deep diving into different, it almost feels as if you've had other energies impact you. And you're examining that. And I think you're playing with it a little bit. And in that sense, I think that there's a lot of fire energy in that. What is it like to chase a fish through the water and grasp it with my hands, you know? Not so that anybody can see it, but just for you. It may be too that there's a lot of competition in this space that you're in. And so you're keeping a low profile. while everyone's kind of climbing over each other, you're working in a different way. Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. Something about the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles go hand in hand to me. It's almost like from the Magician to the Page of Pentacles to the Ace of Pentacles, you start to see life in what you're building and what you're creating. You start to see this potential new life that you're building for yourself. Or there is, like, this is happening. This is happening. You are building it, but you don't see it. You don't see it. Sorry, someone's calling and I want to hang up on them. Okay, thanks. Okay, so, but you don't see it. It's like something comes over your mind. Who doesn't want you to see it? Who does not want you to see that what you're growing is so beautiful and so nourishing? It's like you're praying for the thing that you're actually growing yourself. That's so interesting. It's like you're longing for the thing that you actually already are, and that you already are building and growing, and like a seed that's growing. I don't know. I feel very passionate right now, Sagittarius. So you're just going to have to deal with it, okay? It's almost like someone coming to remind you, but look what you've done. Look what you've accomplished. Look at this new beginning you've made for yourself out of nothing. Out of nothing. And you're like, oh, I hope that there's so much I want. And you don't see with the Eight of Swords all that you are. And we go through seasons like that. We go through seasons like that where we don't see how beautiful we are and powerful we are. It almost is like not showing your cards because maybe you feel like you can't compete at all. Yeah, there's, with the Seven of Wands, it's like it's like this need to, there's this need to let people in. There's this need to let people in. Very self-protective, to where you can't receive the new, you can't see or receive the beauty that you are. Interesting. And then we have the Devil over the Eight of Swords. Look at the like the streams. There's something about maybe even wanting to protect trying to figure out how to protect the light, trying to keep voices out and away, because your thoughts can get so dark sometimes, and it's in the thoughts where the devil energy gets in and binds you up, binds up how you see yourself, binds up how you trust yourself. And so even at the points where you maybe want to open up, you feel like you have to remain closed off, like you have to stay in this protective bubble. Can you talk to me more? Like you're trying to keep those thoughts away. You're trying to keep out all of the voices. Is there anything else? It's almost like you've been so used to other people pulling the strings of your thoughts, you know? Anything else? Okay. I picked them up and they were in reverse. So I'm going to read them in reverse. The Fool and the Ace of Cups. What's at the bottom of the deck? Ten of Pentacles. You're not willing to risk being open right now. Okay, yeah. Four of Swords. You're resting right now. You're struggling with Ace of Cups. You're struggling with letting the love in. You don't want to take a risk. You don't want to be a fool right now. You do have love. You're just not hanging it out for everybody to see. And there's love here, but it's something that you quietly love. Oh man, I just got something in my eye. Four of Swords, resting the mind, resting the mind. Dreaming of the heart, but this is not a time, again, where you're shouting. You know, Sagittarius energy is so celebratory at times, you know, and I'm not saying that Sagittarius can't be, I mean, Sagittarius also are very deep thinking, okay, and strategic and very good at making things happen. it's pretty damn amazing. The natural ability to perform at high levels is astounding to me for a Sagittarius. I mean, Sagittarius, that mutable energy is wild. But you're here right now, so you're not risking love. You're not taking risks. You're really healing and inward, interior right now. Resting the mind, resting the heart. Excuse me. And look at Ace of Wands. Like a vision is birthing. A vision, like, you know, it's almost like trusting that you know a time will come when you'll feel this burning passion again. But right now you're contained. You are very much contained. Seeing that someday you'll be back in this Queen of Wands energy, really like in this joyful, kind of very playful place again. But right now I feel like you're here. You may even begin imagining what it's like to share what you've been through. But once it's done, you're not rushing yourself. There is going to be like a fiery, passionate new beginning, an idea, another idea, something that you love. But right now you're really caring for yourself. Really trying to not let somebody else pull the strings. And it's like kind of privately being playful and exploratory on your own terms, living on your own terms right now. Doing things how you want to do them, at the speed you want to do them, and seeing what's possible there. Okay. Have a good day, Sag. Take what resonates, leave the rest, and, like or comment. Let me know how this reading resonates for you, okay?